Yeah. Now, now is my time. Now is my time. Everybody rock with me because I'm up now.
Hey, all my YouTube viewers, coming to you live with the 5th episode. And today we're going to talk about the power that is within you. So, in each and every one of you viewers, all of us, we have a power that's within us. And this could be the reason why there's things that you want to accomplish in life, which has nothing to do with anybody else but you, something specific within you that you're feeling. And when you're not doing those things, when you're not on that purpose or something leading towards that purpose, you feel a discomfort. There's also signs that tell you that you can be doing all the right things, but doing it in the wrong field and still feel discomfort, still feel a sense of anxiety, still feel a sense of depression. And that's exactly what it is. So I'm going to call it that today. And we're going to talk about these things. We're going to talk about symptoms that you may be feeling, so that way you'll know what to call it and you'll know what to do if this is taking place in your life. So we've been seeing this a lot amongst professional athletes, amongst entertainers, and we've lost a lot of good ones due to people feeling hopeless, feeling depressed, feeling like there's no way out, feeling like it's time for them to leave planet Earth. Now, I want to first point out that we don't have the right to do so. We don't have that power to just call it quits. Every day that you're alive is a time that you can capitalize on reaching your fullest potential. And so no one knows when that time is to expire but God. So we don't have the right to just play God and take our own lives. Nothing in your life could ever go that wrong to where you feel as though you should take your own life. And think about it. Taking your own life is a very selfish thing to do. The suicide is very real. And so if you know somebody who is going through depression, somebody that, and there's signs of, in case you don't know, there's signs that a person is not doing so well. If you find yourself staying up all times of the night, not sleeping much, being negative all the time, being upset when other people have happiness going on in their life, when other people are happy, you're just pissed off for no reason at them for being happy. This could be a sign of depression in your life. Staying up late at night, drinking at all times of the day and night, addictive habits, feeling the need to depend on something other than your own two or God himself, could also indicate depression. Now, when I say dependent on, when I say addicted to, a lot of people tend to, when they talk about drugs, they tend to omit things like weed. Why? Because it's legal? Listen, if you can't function throughout the course of the day without something, and that includes weed, then that's a sign of addiction that could lead to depression if that was taken away from you. And one way to know if you're addicted or not is to see if you could go a certain period of time without having it. A healthy life and a happy life is being able to go through life not being dependent on some type of material or thing or person. You should want to be around certain people. You shouldn't have to be around certain people. And if you're not around that person, then you're depressed and you can't make it on your own. Now, if you're under the age of 18, of course you're dependent to your parents. But even then, you should be preparing yourself to one day be independent. You can't be dependent forever. So, the power that's within you is preparing yourself for that independence. Preparing yourself to go out on your own. Preparing yourself to do what it is that you feel like you have to accomplish while you're here on this earth. Right? And these things, I want you guys to not be ordinary when I say this. These things I want you to really focus on. And if you have a pen and paper next to you, write this down. What is it that I'm willing to do and nobody has to tell me to do it? It could be a hobby. It could be something you want to do with the rest of your life as a career, a calling, a vocation, right? It could be a ministry. And usually your purpose is tied to the people around you. It's tied to people. It's tied to helping somebody else other than yourselves. Making a difference in their life. Making a difference in the world. Usually implies people other than yourself. And one thing I can say about that is that it's fulfilling. I decided in my life that I would stop playing basketball. I'd be finished with basketball, being a professional athlete, and then I would go on and just give my life to the service of people, the service of young people, young adults. And I'll tell you, there's nothing more gratifying and fulfilling than to give your life to a cause that's bigger than you. You get so involved in it. You get pleasure in seeing happiness in other people. You get pleasure in knowing you had a part to play in somebody else's success. It's just true love. And so I would encourage you, if there's something that you want to do in life, the power within you is to start now. Every second of every day, so moment to moment, that's time that you just can't get back. And I'm trying to prepare you guys to live a life of appreciation and not regret. Regret would mean that you get to a certain age in your life, a certain time period in your life, and you realize after looking over your life that you haven't accomplished what it is that you wanted to accomplish on earth. So take the time necessary to do that right now. Write down a few things that you love doing and nobody has to tell you to do so. It could be drawing. It could be painting. It could be playing a musical instrument. It could be writing. It could be rapping, singing. Whatever it is. It could be teaching other people, right? If you're always arguing with somebody, could mean that you're meant to be a lawyer. Use your skills. God meant for everything in your life for good, right? So the enemy could have meant it. People around you could have meant to cause you to struggle, and you could look at your life as it's been a struggle. But God uses all of the things and situations in your life for good, right? So for the good, what does that mean? For the betterment of you and your purpose and the plans that He has for your life. So it's really important to count it all joy, right? It's really important to look at all the obstacles that you've had to go through as a stepping stone, as a preparation. Did you know that in order for gold to reach its full carat, whether it be 24 carats, 14 carat, 10 carat, it has to go through the fiery furnace. It has to go through heat temperatures that will cause most people to sweat, perspire, struggle. Has to go through the fire, right? Some of you have gone through the fire. Some of you have gone through struggles and temptations in your life. Count it all joy, because you're being brought through it to come out pure as gold. So to go through the fire, to go through those struggles, to go through those temptations, and you might be going through it right now, to go through those struggles and temptations, that's impurities leaving your body. Impurities just leaving your body to purify you, to make you solid in the area of your choice, in the area of your purpose, in the area of your calling, in the area of what you're supposed to do. So don't try to avoid this. The power within you means that we have to play our position. We have to do our part, right? Write down that we have to play our part, right? We have to put forth effort. You know, when I was younger, some of us had letter grades when I was in school, but also you had the teacher evaluate you on your effort. And you get an E, I would get an E for effort. And I was proud of that. Getting an E for effort means you tried, you showed up. Sometimes that's just half the battle, folks. Just showing up, being willing, being open to do so. And I'm speaking specifically to one kid, and he's one of my subscribers, so he may be watching. I'm proud of him because he has this attitude of gratitude. He has this attitude of, I'm going to go with the flow. I'm going to, if somebody asks me, hey, are you going to come out to a picnic? Are you going to come out to this event? He goes. He goes to show support. But by doing that, he's growing. He's growing leaps and bounds because he's around people who's sharpening him, right? Iron sharpens iron. And so when we talk about the power that's within us, God uses people. He uses people. And so I want you to write down, God uses people. And so being in isolation is not the way to get to where you want to go in life. You can't do everything on your own. It takes people. There's strength in numbers. The Golden State Warriors, champion Kevin Durant, and Steph Curry, and Klay Thompson, and the rest of the team, their motto is strength in numbers. And they're very strong. They've won multiple championships. They have great players. They rely on each other to bring out the best in each other. Their strength in numbers. So, write down, I want you to write down, isolation will not get you to where you want to be. You have to be open to be around people. And not just anybody. People that's going to sharpen you, people that's going to make you better, people that are smarter than you, people that you can learn from. Okay? And part of the power that's within us is recognizing that there's something that we were created to do. We weren't just put on this earth to just goof off, have fun, play around, do what we want. Yes, do what you want, but not all things are pleasing to God, right? So when I say not all things are pleasing to God, God created you, right? Made you uniquely and wonderfully made. So it's important to recognize that you're on the time clock. There's a mission that is meant for only you to accomplish. Your purpose is tailor-made for you, like a suit from a tailor, specifically according to your measurements to fit your body. Now, some people, as I wrap this up, some people think that, and write this down before I say that, write down that your purpose is tied to your specific measurements and it's tailor-made for you, fits like a glove, fits like a suit that's specific to your body measurement. Now, some people think that their purpose can't be something they're good at because it comes to them as easy as riding a bike. It comes to them like clockwork. It comes to them naturally. Well, guess what? A lot of the things that you're meant to do in life, you're naturally good at. It doesn't mean that you don't have to practice. You're just naturally better at it than other people, right? So hone those gifts, hone that talent, hone in on it, meaning focus on it. Work your land, right? Work your gifting, right? Practice it. And then when you do all of that, the power that's within you, you've taken that step forward, and you can rely on God to do the rest because you've planted those seeds, you've worked your land, you've studied, you practiced, you've gotten good at your craft, whether it be speaking, whether it be teaching, whether it be skateboarding, whether it be playing a sport, whether it be, I know some of you subscribers are, and some of you viewers are soccer players and very good at it. Some of you are football players, some of you are basketball players. Some of you want to be preachers, teachers, speakers, and all of those things are meant for you to practice and hone your craft. So don't waste another second. Don't waste another second. Now's your time. Now is your time. If you're sitting back, you're waiting, don't sit back and wait too long. Time will pass you by. And the worst thing in life, I'm going to leave you with this, is wasted talent. Right? The worst thing in life is wasted talent. To say I had all of this talent, I could have used it, I could have inspired somebody, even if it's just one. You know, I used to worry about having so many followers and viewers look at my channel, because I felt like and so many people were telling me, you know what, you got to make a video, you got to do more episodes, you know, there's more people that needs to hear this. I meet people all over the place, they tell me the same thing. And sometimes it can be very discouraging to maybe only see a few views. But I stuck with this, and I'm back at it, and I'm on a mission, and the views are just multiplying in the hundreds, and eventually in the thousands, and eventually in the millions. And so if there's somebody that you know that will benefit from hearing this episode, let them know. Let them know. Sharing is caring. Giving, and it will be given to you. Right? When you give to somebody else, you'll always have. Because you're willing to step outside of yourself for the benefit of other people. Right? And so subscribe. If you like what I'm saying, if you want to see more episodes, if there's an episode that I haven't talked about that you'd like to see, in the comments underneath, hit that subscribe button, and also interact in the comments and let me know. I'd love to hear from you, and spread the word. All right, this is episode number 5. This is Brandon, the Sound Mind Guy, and we're signing off. The power that's within you.
Unfortunately, I made mistakes when I was younger, and you know, it's trailing me for the rest of my life. So if I'm gonna be the example and gotta stand up, somebody always gotta take the L. And you know, it's time to level up and stand up and be the person I be. Set example for the young brothers coming up after me.